How many more do we have to sit and wait for the killings to go on? The National Day of Mourning does not stop the killing search. Let's not come on the platform here and start rigmaroling. I've seen many people pressing the head of state and other. Like, no, it's no events, Mr. Search. What is needed now? I saw even people going on the street. I was in Boya today. Women in black after the Minister of Women's Affairs carried women in Yaoundé and other like. It is no event, Mr. Search. We are simply camouflaging. Because the people who are staging those things, no to the war, no to the violence and all the like, what have they done? I see here when I came in, Professor was talking about no, the secessionists and all the like, no such. The main issue here is that the state has a knife and a yam. We should not gallivant. If not, when the Gabu incident occurred, there was march past. The lady who was killed in Moluka, there was women came out. We have Northwest Southwest Task Force for women and all like, they have been coming out in black. What has changed? Mr. Search, this is not time, according to us, for us to sit and be holding people to go on street and marching. After marching, what next? The international day, the National Day for Mourning Search, does not yield any fruit. If people sit, the head of state has decreed Saturday. Can you imagine that people die in Kumba? Ministers arrive 3-4 days after. Is it serious? And if we think that the people in Yaoundé take people as whole lives of people valuable, especially children have been killed, we have expected the head of state, President Paul Biya, to take a chartered helicopter from Air Force Base 101 in van. It will take you 30 minutes. They're in Kumba. It will occur around 11. It means by 12:12, we have expected the President Paul Biya to be there in Kumba. We would have expected the Minister of Basic Education, because you have been killed, to be in Kumba. We would have expected the Minister of Secondary Education to be in Kumba. Mr. Search, these people in Yaoundé are taking us for fools. It can no longer hold. Because you hold people at hand. I cannot explain that when Basilique, Notre Dame in Yaoundé is on fire, within few hours, 1 hour, head of state sending condolence to France for the cathedral that was on fire. And in Cameroon, we are talking about more than 58 hours. People managing his Twitter page managed to send something out. Mr. Search, we are not fools. And after that, we are talking about National Day of Mourning on Saturday. And I simple jubilating. Mr. Search, people have sold their conscience to the devil in this country. That's what people think that anything that they do, they should start praising. Oh, this has happened. Ministers of Education did not go to the scene on board when it happened. In Nigeria, others will do. In Ghana, president will fly over. In France, Macron will fly over to be there. Have we been cursed? It means that to an extent, Yaoundé is still taking this thing for granted. All the march passes are zero march passes. Search. They are camouflaged because those who are spearheading the march passes are people of the ruling party. They know the problem. Why don't they march to A2D? I said no to the war in the Northwest and Southwest. As CRM have been saying, will not be where we are today. After National Day of Mourning Search, I am not a prophet of doom. But you never can tell what will come next. Because when the SDOs and the officials in the governor's office, Northwest Southwest, were telling people that we have put in place adequate security. I was in Kumba when the incident occurred.
Voilà, je voulais justement vous demander, vous m'avez dit que vous étiez à Kumba.
I was in Kumba on Friday.
On Friday.
Friday. Oui. And what happened? In my going around the schools, because I was investigating the issues of PTA, APA, oui. For you to know that the government wants people to go to school. At the same time, government schools are imposing PTA. Where do the people take money to pay? 20,000 francs. In the GMHS Limbe, it was 19,500 francs. In Balina Damascus Moliko, it is 21,000 francs. You do not ask you whether you have to pay or not. APA. Why is it? In Douala here, we have those issues, 40,000 and 50,000 francs APA. And here, one people to go to school, when many of them here are displaced from other areas. It means that the government is selling the good and holding the rope. So, if I went to Kumba, private school that I visited, Mr. Search, there was no security on campus. In the private, even the private school that I went to. But at the government school, Kas Kumba, government high school, government technical high school, Kumba, government bilingual high school, Kumba station, security forces are there. So what happens with those who are in the private? Yet the officials tell you we have guaranteed adequate security. And when it occurs, the Minister of Communication and the SDO tells you that the school was not authorized or did not send its program to them to send security. Mr. Search, if you are an SDO in an area, do you tell me that schools open for 3 weeks clandestinely, you don't know the school, to put a stop to it, and you have Geo for Kumba 2, who told all those areas where schools are within their jurisdiction. So even the Geo, the Inspector of Basic Education, could not report to SDO that there's a school open clandestinely. Let us stop the school. You come to give excuses that because they did not give you their program, you have sent security. Do you see where we take people's life for granted? It is inacceptable because I was on the field.